Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I have for you today some vintage literature, which is a very, very special treat. Yes, this is Go Handheld magazine from August 1992, and it is in very nice condition indeed. Go Handheld was a magazine that ran for, I believe, 2 years, and I think they were all free, or maybe you had to pay for one of the later issues or something. Anyway, they were supposed to be £1.50, but they all have this free thing on them. There was 25 issues. It finished in 1993, as far as I know. And this is issue 10. And my goodness, Go Handheld is a weird thing. They have this little mascot that is, well, it's sort of a Donald Trump heavy metal rocker thing. Very weird. Anyway, we're going to have a look at this one because it's got Michael Keaton as Batman on the front. And as we know, Michael Keaton is the best Batman apart from all of the others. On the back we have, oh, here we go. We have this little metal mascot they had. What's wrong with you today? I'm all sad and lonely. I got this Ace Handheld magazine, but everyone beats me up because I don't know about games. Of course they do. What he needs is a copy of Go. It's the world's greatest handheld mag and free with CVG. Yeah, so CVG is computer video games. Interestingly, CVG has a Wikipedia listing for it, but Go Handheld does not, even though it's its own thing. And CVG is infinitely less interesting. So, let's have a look at it. What have we got inside? Star Wars, Steel Talons, Spiderman, Hook, Off-Road, more. Game Boy, Game Gear, Lynx and GT. Ooh, it's a Spider-Man. Get beyond games with CU Amiga. The complete guide to Amiga. Best music package ever. Oh man, I love 90s magazines so much. That's it's good advertising, that is. So what does Go Handheld have to say for themselves? Incredible! There's just no stopping us. The financial world's in turmoil as we speak. Stock markets are collapsing. Governments are thrown out of office. Crowded heads are rolling and the money markets are just in a state of chaos. And that's just 2021. Why? Because we just keep giving away Go! And that is from Tim Boone. Well, thank you, Tim Boone. I appreciate that. So, what have we got in this issue? Spider-Man, Batman Returns, Outrun Europa, Hook and Steel Talons. Steel Talons is pretty good. It's a helicopter thing. Hook is not so good. Outrun Europa is and Spider-Man, alright. And Batman Returns is, of course, terrible. What have we got in here? Ooh, free microcell ads. To make it much easier for you to place your classified ad in your favourite mag, we've opened up a phone line. Excellent. And if you would like to buy Chris's Nintendo Game Boy, there we go, for £110 with 5 games, you can phone him there. Have we got any Lynxes for sale? For sale, C64 new style with over 100 games, 25 magazines, 2 joysticks, 2 data recorders, £90 a lot, or we'll swap for Mega Drive. Oh, funny. Fair enough, not even a name on that, but focus. Come on. No, okay, no focusing. Well, hopefully this guy got his Mega Drive. Oh, imagine getting a C64 now with 100 games, 25 magazines, 2 joysticks and 2 data recorders for 90 quid. Oh, here we go. For sale, Atari Lynx 2 with 1 game, worth 110, sell for 70. Oh god, this is like Facebook Marketplace. Right. What have we got it in the... sorry, I've just seen this kid's face. That's good and weird. Domark, Do It Again. Yeah, Marble Madness, Paperboy, blah, blah, blah. This is a bit late for Paperboy, isn't it? Paperboy is arcades. It's the Game Gear version. Okay. Lemmings on your Game Gear. X, the space game. I think that's just had... that's another one, hasn't it? X? X4 now. It's kind of like Elite Dangerous, but more fiddly and, I don't know, more better, more worse. You decide. This is what we like. Full double page spread on Batman Returns. Michael Keaton looking very stoic there with his hook shotgun. Batman Returns, The Dark Knight is back. fresh from kicking 7 shades out of the Joker in the original film, Bruce Wayne, better known as Batman Returns, in the Lynx conversion of the movie sequel. In a game that is far, far too hard. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is indeed a blurry screenshot from the pause menu. And that is a blurry screenshot from another pause menu. And that one from the pause menu. And all of these say paused on them. Interesting. Suspect these were all done with one guy and a camera. Look, feel, sound, value, 83. It's half a metal egg. 83 overall. Alright, let's see what Paul Rand has to say. Batman Returns is an extremely challenging beat 'em up. Great sprites, even though Batman's animation is dodgy when he runs. That is an understatement. And massive levels full to bursting with dangerous nasties. If you're sick of easy games, Batman Returns should keep you more than amused for yonks. Yonks is a good 1992 word. Yeah, so here's some... I can't believe how bad these screenshots are, even for 1992. Obviously on the links it's somebody taking a picture with a camera. That's why they're all on the piss. And of the pause menu. But, you know, not brilliant. Anyway, what else have we got? Oh, Mailbag. Oh, dear. Well, Catherine Fairbrother, that is the best Sonic we've seen all day. Here's a sexy Game Boy. What? A tasty trio of top art treats sent by Obeal. Bottom left, Ian Anderson bottom and Fleur Handley. Most pleasant, are they? So, which one's this? That's Fleur Handley. Well, Fleur Handley, we like your sexy Game Boy, Game Girl thing very much. Oh dear, what else have we got? Oh, there's a Bart Simpson, a Sonic, a Mario, a Luigi, and an angry Game Boy and an angry Lynx. 3 facts: they're small, they're bad, they're handheld. Seems a bit mean. Oh, let's pick some local colour. I love my Lynx. I own a Lynx and a Game Gear. I prefer the Lynx to the Sega Machine because of the better 16-bit graphics, the better sound, the unbelievable speed, and the games are better on the Lynx. The Game Gear is better for portability and is a good handheld machine, which I use quite often, but not as much as the Lynx. Excellent. Thank you very much, Matthew Adams. Anyway, here are my questions. When will Lemmings, Shadow of the Beast, and Eye of the Beholder be coming out on the Lynx? Soonish. Not sure Eye of the Beholder ever got a release on the Lynx, did it? Oh, perhaps I'm wrong. What's your second question? Is Toki any good on the Lynx? Yes, it's a right treat. Yes, it is. And is it true that Two Crude Dudes has come out for the Game Boy? Not as far as we know. Fair enough then. Two Crude Dudes is not a bad game. Oh, double page Spiderman spread. Right. Spidey super baddies. The Kingpin has a list of the world's top supervillains to aid in the destruction of Spider-Man. Yeah, okay, so these screen photos are a little better than the Batman ones. What's this for the Game Gear? Okay, Game Gear, $29.99. Spidey snaps. The production of web fluid isn't cheap. $250 a cartridge, in fact. Lucky Spider-Man can rake in a bit of cash by reverting to his daytime personality of Peter Parker, the photographer. Fair enough. This isn't about the game at all. Spider-Man is a stunning title that'll astound anyone who plugs in and starts playing. Very difficult with terrific sprites, especially the wicked Spidey himself. An absolute must-buy for anyone serious about rock-hard playing on the gear. By Paul Rand. Thank you, Paul. You made me knock the camera. 93%. Yeah, Spider-Man's not a bad platformer. I don't really have many fond memories of the Game Gear version, but I played the Mega Drive version to absolute death. Interesting. Here we go. Outrun Europa. Here we go. So, Outrun Europa's Outrun, but with motorbikes and different vehicles, and it's a bit weirder. And it's frankly not as good as just normal Outrun. There's a nice Ferrari F40 there, and a Lamborghini Countach, Diabolo something, and an old Porsche 911. Slightly rippled with a flat underside. That is the description of the game you want. Right, what do you say, Paul Rand? Hang on, were you the same guy that did that? Yep, okay, so Paul Rand has been playing Spiderman and Outrun. Fast and Furious driving in the order of the day is the order of the day in Outrun Europa. Quite a difficult game, and it's sometimes hard to follow what's happening. Yeah, too right. But the 3D graphics look good, and there's plenty of challenge. Give it a spin, why not? Overall 79. I feel like 79 is probably the lowest they can go. What they mean is absolute tosh. What else have we got? Oh, Hook on the Game Boy. How is it that they've managed to get better photos of the Game Boy screen than they have of anything else? And here's here's lots of X's. Hang on. Many X's. Did we run out of space? Couldn't think of a caption? What was it? Or is that meant to be an X marks the spot joke? Oh, Paul Rand again. The film itself was a bit of a duffer. Whoa. Steady on now. Can't go around calling Robin Williams films duffers. That's not allowed. Film itself was a bit of a duffer, but Hook, the game, isn't too bad at all. Graphics are admirable, and the only real gripe is that the gameplay becomes slightly repetitive. As with all Game Boy games, I feel. Still, if Game Boy interpretations of fairy tale stories is your thing, have a look at Hook. Yeah, I don't have many memories of Hook on the Game Boy other than I played it and it was fine. It's a Game Boy platformer. It's very similar to a million other Game Boy platformers. Competition? Oh wow, I wonder if we're too late. Win every handheld and a game for each. Oh, NEC TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, okay. With the Turbo Vision, which is the TV tuner thing. Now that is something I would very much like, but they're all very expensive, and the ones that aren't all have screens that don't work. It's incredible. It's a competition no one can miss. Make sure the person who pays the phone bill has given you permission before you start dialing. Calls cost 36p a minute. Wow. Well, if you want to call up CVG or Go Handheld or whoever this phone number goes to, feel free, but you will need a time machine. Winner links. We're giving away 5. This is why there's no bloody Lynxes for sale these days. It's because they're all in a warehouse somewhere for phone-in competitions that nobody entered because they didn't think they were going to win. Courtesy of Kodak and Extra Life batteries. There are some Kodak batteries. There are some links. Lovely jubbly. Apologies for the glare on the magazine. I'm having to use the massive LED front light so we can actually see the text on this. Oh, I say that. This is black on yellow and magenta. Win £500 of free games with the great Go Handheld questionnaire. Fill in about you, your name, your address, male, female, how old are you? This does not feel like much of a questionnaire. It's data collecting before Facebook. If you don't own a handheld, what do you intend to buy next? PC Engine GT, Lynx, Game Gear, Game Boy, something else. How many handheld games? Roughly how many total games? Blah, blah, blah. Which of the machines do you own? Most of them is the answer to that. Oh God, there's more of it. Section 2, about Go. Covers, content, news, mailbag. Which are your favourite handheld magazine? Go, Fistful. Okay, so I have no memory of Fistful magazine. And GB Action. Yep, do remember that. How does Go look? Okay, great. Crap. Oh, funny. Jack Nicklaus Golf. Oh, you know what? I absolutely love Jack Nicklaus Golf. It's one of the few really, really good golf games. Speaking of which, we have this coming up in a future video. Computer Golf Master 2, which is basically Jack Nicklaus on the cover. Right, what else have we got? They call him the Bear, probably the most famous and most successful golfer of all time. Jack Nicklaus comes to the Game Boy. He certainly does. Yeah, it's not a bad golf game, this isn't. It's an interesting one. Paul Rand, again. Did you just get Paul to write everything for this? I hope he's been paid appropriately for his time. There isn't a lot of golfing action. Game Boy, blah, blah, blah. There isn't a lot of golfing action, kind of sums it up, I feel. What did we give it? 84 overall. Look, sound, feel and value. Well, feel and value, very good. Look, it's a Game Boy game. What are you expecting? Right, what else do we have? Tip Stop. Tip Stop? Oh, I see. It's it's not a game called Tip Stop. It's for tips and things. What have we got? Castlevania 2. David Lancaster comes up with a useful code that'll see you shunted off to the room with Dracula himself inside. The code is eyeball heart candle heart. I see. Game Gear, Outrun. Well, shiver me timbers and coddle me whatsits. It ain't a cheat code for that jolly old driving thrash Outrun. Ben Sanders of Swansea, thank you very much. On the start screen, press left, buttons 1 and 2, and start at the game to stop the timer running out. Well, this is all very good. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure codes. Zaylor Mercenary. I absolutely love Zaylor Mercenary. It's a horizontally scrolling links game, but the screen you can move left and right and sort of fly around the environment a bit. It's very, very, very good. It's coming up on almost how good things like Tyrion are, which is a surprise. I would rate it pretty highly in a links game. He's Wavy Davy Lancaster, rad sheet for Zaylor Mercenary. On the character select screen, hold option 1 and move the joypad up, down, left, right, up for extra life, hilarity and japes. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's Steel Talons for the links. Yeah. Sorry, I've just seen the screenshots for this. They're they're awful. You can't see them. Yeah, they're just completely washed out. They look like they were taken from 15 miles away through a swamp. Okay, so most of them are blurry. Training is not blurry, however. God. Oh, Frank O'Connor, did they just leave you to it, mate? Oh no, Paul Rand's back again. Steel Talons was a hoot in the arcades, and Atari's own Lynx conversion is a very accurate reproduction of the game. The polygons are slower, but that doesn't detract from the fast-paced action. Fair enough. Unfortunately, this doesn't show us any of the game. It just shows us loads of menus and a load of pause screens. Oh dear. I do feel sorry for the photographer they got in from college or as an apprentice or whoever took these. Although, having said that, cameras in 1992 much less good than they were these days. So, Frank O'Connor says, I thought Steel Talons was a tip-top coin-op, and this Lynx conversion is of the highest quality. Yes, it is. Frame update is a little on the slow side, but that doesn't detract from action, which will have your palms sweating profusely. For the right reasons. One of the best things to happen to the little Atari for quite some time. These guys are really enthusiastic about the Lynx. Which is good, because it didn't get nearly as much love as it deserves. 90% overall. Pretty good. Ooh, the top 10. Image Fight. Spot on conversion of brilliant coin art, which sadly didn't do great guns in the arcade. It's a bit like Gunhead. Yeah, fair enough. Just a bit like Gunhead, that'll do. R-Type 2. I don't have a lot of love for vertical scrolling shooters. I prefer the horizontal ones, but R-Type 2, Gradius, etc. all very good. Bomberman, PC Kid and PC Kid 2. Yep, interesting. The sequel to one of the biggest and brightest and the best platform ROMs ever. You will play as part of Bonk, the PC Kid. Oh, here we go. Oh, excuse me while I fold the magazine backwards on itself to show you Devil Crash or Devil Crush or, yeah, pretty well the best pinball game of its time and still pretty damn good today. For the money, this is the best computer pinball sim ever. Yeah, you're not wrong. The one table and loads of bonus areas in that table are fantastic. It's got just fantastic, phenomenally good music and sound, and the graphics are incredible. You can play this on a ROM instantly these days. For my money, probably the PC Engine version's the best of this, although the Mega Drive one was not bad. Oh, right, what else have we got? Dial an ad number. Okay. What? Oh, are these more microcells? Okay. Game Boy to swap with Game Gear. With at least 5 games. Game Boy has 9 games. Interested, call David. Fair enough. Amiga 500. Here we go. Amiga 500 plus 1 meg upgrade and lots of games. Contact Imran on this number if you want his Amiga 500. I suspect you're 20 years too late for that, though. Oh, God. 30 years too late for that. Let's forget when 1992 was. Famicom. Games for swap for details. Per phone. Not even a name on that. Swap PC Engine Autofire joystick for a joypad and any good game. What? Hey, what? PC Engine Autofire joystick. Swap PC Engine Autofire joystick for a joypad and any good game. I understand now. I was going to say, you don't want to swap your PC Engine, do you? Selling Atari 520 STE, 37 games, 27 business utilities. Exciting, and loads of magazines with cover discs. Oh, magazines and cover discs. For me, in the 90s, it was always What CD and What PC, because they had the best demos on them, and they were a good mix of games and software, usually including lots of shareware stuff, which was pretty good. Right, for sale, Commodore 64, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, we'll stop looking at for sale ads now. Preview Shadow of the Beast. Oh, again, colour photos. What's going on, lads? Can we not take colour photos that aren't completely blurry? Although, frankly, I can't speak when I use camera autofocus. Track Meet. Track Meet's not something I've ever played, I don't think. Some sort of California game style thing with a fun wrestling thing in it. Interesting. Looks like for the Game Boy. Shadow of the Beast then, when Psygnosis released Shadow of the Beast on the Amiga some 4 years ago, it probably did more for sales of Commodore's machine than Commodore themselves. Fair enough, the Amiga version of Shadow of the Beast, much better than most of the others due to the nice chunky sprites and just generally better fidelity and graphics and everything else. Right, last things. What have we got? Previews, Super Off-Road. You see, when you're talking about Star Wars, just on the very last page of the thing, you can't put Star Wars on the cover, come on. Star Wars, you've seen the film, you've played with the plastic toys and smashed them to smithereens when you were little. Which is why there's none available in the collector's market now. Now get ready to play Star Wars on your Game Boy, which is frankly an appalling game. It's far, far too hard, and it's absolutely full of cheap hits. Although this is a nice black and white Game Boy shot, I suspect not taken by themselves. The exploits of Luke Skywalker and Co. are about to swoop onto Nintendo in a digital adaptation of the movie. If you want a Nintendo Star Wars game, Super Star Wars for the SNES is amazing. It's really, really genuinely very good. And you get to smash up all sorts of fun stuff. Top 10 grossing films of all time. Star Wars promises to be a top intergalactic treat. Flight sequences is X-Wing fighters and, of course, Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. Turn and Burn. This being 1992, this was shortly before the Power of the Force line of Star Wars figures, which are the massive chunky ones where they've all been taking steroids and look like bodybuilders, which are just hilarious. But they are some of the nicer figures from the 90s, because it was a long time between films then. Super Off-Road, yep, Super Off-Road's not too bad. It's a little bit like Excite Bike, a little bit. Turn and Burn, are you gung-ho flying on your Game Boy? What? Oh, it's some sort of first-person flying thing on the Game Boy. It's the first 3D flight game on the machine. Yeah. And that is it. And the last page is the same as the back page. Page 31. Yeah, for a little free magazine, even though you had to buy CVG, that's not too bad at all. It's a shame it only ran for a couple of years, because it'd be very interesting to get some more of these. Anyway, we've been going for more than 20 minutes, so that is probably enough of that. If you've got any more Go Handheld magazines or anything like that you want to throw me, please hit me up on Twitter, because I'd love to see them. Alright, let's call it a day. Thanks, guys.
Subscribe for more.